welcome to an episode of Potion Sword Run. Actually, no. Welcome to an episode of No Script News, where I wake up in the morning and just let you know what's going on in the world without a filter. But before we begin, again, do not like this video. I am still wanted for stealing my neighbor's cats. They keep on knocking, and I won't let them in. And I woke up to bad news when it comes to my stock portfolio. I'm down $400, $500. This last week has been awful. I don't recommend you gamble your life away like me. But one thing that is not gambling is Sony putting their games on PC. The newest edition is Days Gone. Now, Days Gone is highly underrated. About a third of the way through right now. I mean, the game is just fun, and that's pretty much it. Now, a lot of Sony fanboys are gonna be crying today, screaming, no, not my games. But trust me, as an Xbox gamer, it doesn't really matter. Especially if you're gaming on the PlayStation, because guess what? You'll still be able to have your games on PlayStation, so chill, baby, chill. Now, we gotta look at the benefits of this. Besides that, it's obviously gonna bring Sony much more revenue that they need. What I'm hoping is that they follow Microsoft's suit and Xbox, and they do play anywhere with PlayStation games. So, if you buy it once on your PC or your PlayStation, it doesn't matter, you can play it on both systems. Now, that's what I'm looking forward to. In fact, I'm looking forward for all games except for first-party exclusives to do that. All I want to do now with my third-party games is buy it once, universally, and be able to play it on any platform that I own that is available on PlayStation, freaking Stadia. I don't even care what platform it is. They do that with movies now, so they gotta do it with video games soon. And at least Xbox does that with Play Anywhere, but you can't play it on PlayStation, if you know what I mean. Also, Sony has announced that they are gonna be releasing a new VR for the PlayStation 5 that has one single cord. Now, besides having a single cord, it's also gonna improve the system with a better, bigger field of view and higher resolution. Something that I've been waiting for to jump into, because I didn't want to get a last generation VR system, especially we're in the new generation, and especially when the PlayStation 5 camera wasn't compatible with it. And given now that I'm gonna be streaming a lot more on PlayStation 5, I'm gonna buy a camera, so eventually I'm gonna buy that VR too. But that's not all. Sony's also working on a VR controller, one that takes advantage of the technology in the DualSense. Now, the VR system is still in development and probably won't be launching until holiday 2022. It definitely won't be launching in 2021, but at least we have something to look forward to in the future for PlayStation fans. And speaking of Sony, it looks like they censored an old 5-year-old game in Japan, and the reason being was for Dismemberment Ship. I guess in Japan they have certain censorship rules where you can't dismember humanoid beings, and especially when it comes to anime. And I'm thinking it's because a lot of children probably watch anime and they don't want Dismemberment Ship to be prominent in those shows. Now, it's weird because Sony does allow gore and Dismemberment Ship in certain video games like Doom, but they are known to censor heavily when it comes to gore, so I don't take this as a surprise. Now, a lot of people are going to be calling it censorship, but I mean, maybe it's just cultural, you know what I mean? They supposedly, the whole reason why they first started censoring their games was because I guess a Japanese student, somebody else, and it was a shock, and so they figured, you know, why try to not celebrate it, but at least expose this to young children. I'm not sure, but people are calling hypocrisy on it because I believe they have a scene in Dragon Ball Z where there's an arm missing, obviously, and it's still available to see. Now, I mean, I think these type of things are a case-by-case basis given on the times, and I mean, people are just trying to do their jobs, I guess. Now, if you live outside of Japan, this probably won't bother you. It probably wouldn't affect you. But if you live in Japan, maybe this is something that you're already used to, so it's no big deal. And cops in Karachi are taking things to the next level. Putting wheels on their feet, roller skating with guns, taking out crime wherever you go. You think you're gonna run away from them? No. They're gonna catch you, man. These fools running around, people out there just like acting like everything's normal. Now, anybody that has been riding roller skates back when they were growing up as little kids, know you slip and fall, break your head. Imagine them trying to hold on to somebody and you're just like throwing them around. I don't know, but I mean, at least they're trying to think outside the box, and I'll give them that. Whew. Oh, Sony, why do you do this to us? Why do you do this to gamers? Gran Turismo 7 is going to be delayed till 2022. Now, we remember the narrative that Xbox has no games. My God, how the flip has switched. Really? I mean, what's going on with PlayStation? They haven't had a good game since launch. And even then, going forward, what do they got coming out? Ratchet and Clank, maybe this year? Supposedly, according to Jason Schreiber, they won't be releasing God of War this year. Ha! He laughs. Maybe 22 if we're lucky. And I gotta believe it. Will we see Forbidden West? I don't think so. Maybe if we're lucky. But man, Sony, where are the games? Gran Turismo delayed till 2022. Doesn't matter because it's not a broke ass game, but it's just not what it used to be because we have a new leader. Forza Horizon, both of those. You either have the arcade mode or you have the sim mode. It's up to you. Fucking Gran Turismo. Now, according to Sony, the reason why it's being delayed is because of the pan. And it's believable because a lot of stuff has been delayed. Me going to work has been delayed until my unemployment runs out. My God. Now man, freaking, come on, Sony. You're just giving these damn Sony fanboys bad news like for this whole damn month. Where have you been? What have you been doing? Sheesh. I want you guys all to know that you guys are welcome to come play Xbox. Go buy one, go find one, but don't buy it from scalpers. And I came across this video of a birthday party, little kids, and they don't mess around. Thanos, you're getting it from all ends. But we already know kids are vicious, but the real question is, what's Batman doing here? Wrong universe, you're gonna confuse these kids. No wonder why they're beating Thanos up. There's a program called Game Maker that you can create video games with, and apparently they're gonna be launching a next gen version. And I'm actually gonna be looking into Game Maker. I tinkled with it a little when I was in school, and at the time I didn't understand that games were built with engines, and so I didn't really pay too much attention to Game Maker. And instead I wanted to learn how to code the game from scratch, you know what I mean? And I just didn't know that the engines are what make all these assets come together. And now that I do, I'm gonna go back into it and see if I can maybe make a Flash game or something just to mess around. Very interesting, Game Maker. Especially if you're young and you're into looking to make games, give it a download. It's very easy to use, at least the one that I used about, 10 years ago. But it's good to see that they're actually still in business and they're gonna create a next gen version. And I'm definitely gonna get into that. And Journey to the Savage Planet is broken on Stadia according to these reports. But apparently, nothing is gonna be done to fix the issue because Google shut down the developers. Yeah, you know, the one that they bought recently to spearhead their development for their games. who they told that everything was honky-dory and then just shut them down? Yeah, well, that game is broken. It won't be fixed. And if you still have Google Stadia and you still think they're gonna stick to it, oh man, I feel sorry for you. I say don't spend any more of your money on that service because they're gonna let it go. They're gonna let it die and you're gonna lose your money. Unless they try to refund you, which I don't think they're gonna do. This is Google. And Activision is back to their greedy ways. If you want an upgrade your Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2 to PlayStation 5 or Xbox Series X, if you bought it on last gen consoles, it's gonna cost you $10. Why? Because why wouldn't it? Why wouldn't they charge you money? They do it for anything and they will do it for anything. Activision. And Phil Spencer recently had a Zoom call. I don't know what it was. I guess, every time these executives been having Zoom calls or presentations, they always have stuff in their background and it ends up being either something that's going to be announced in the future or partnership, whatever. While apparently there is a statue of Kojima Productions Ludens figure next to the Xbox logo behind Phil Spencer. Now, there has been a lot of rumors how Microsoft has been looking to partner up with Japanese game makers, and there isn't really anyone much bigger than Kojima when it comes to making Japanese style games. Now, of course, being an Xbox guy, I may be looking into things, but I'm not the only one that sees this. Wario64, a well-known insider all over the webs, also spotted this, and it's damn interesting to say the damn least. Now, that's gonna do it for this episode. Remember, when shit's the fan, and all your favorite games are leaving your exclusive console, only to be played by everyone under the sun, and it gets you mad? Run.